Hello?
With only a few days left until the official Switch conference, the rumors and leaks are flying. Each day closer gives us another huge leak and whets our thirst for even more. Between what we do know and what we've gotten from these rumors, the Switch is shaping up to be the best Nintendo console of all time. So, let's dive into these latest rumors. First up, Laura K. Dale tells us Mother 3 will be coming to the Switch Virtual Console. According to her, Mother 3 will be revealed, but no announcement of its release date will be given. However, she has stated that more will be shared at E3, with Mother 3 possibly dropping right after the press conference, just like what we saw with Earthbound Beginnings. This is huge news for Mother fans, who are very vocal about their beloved series, and it's good for gamers in general. You see, the Mother series is one of the most original and interesting RPGs of all time. In fact, one of the best RPGs ever made, Undertale, draws heavily from the Mother series. Toby Fox, the creator of Undertale, cut his game developer teeth by making ROM hacks for Earthbound. So, if you're interested at all, this is great news. Next, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is rumored to be heading to Switch in an exclusivity deal lasting 12 months. Now, this was rumored back a while ago, back when we all thought the Switch was going to be called the Nintendo NX, and seems to have been confirmed by multiple sources. For those of you who missed it or were maybe too young to remember, Beyond Good and Evil is basically a 3D Zelda-type game that, while awarded Game of the Year by many outlets, never sold well. Just like with Bayonetta, let's hope that Nintendo can give us the sequel that we always wanted. Next up, despite all the backtracking and soothsaying from Nintendo, it seems that Breath of the Wild will indeed be a launch title for the Switch. This only makes all the sense in the world, because so far the only game that we've seen at all on the Switch is Breath of the Wild. I mean, we saw little snippets of the Mario game, basketball game, Mario Kart, Splatoon, whatever, but those were all pre-recorded, pre-rendered, and just mock-ups for the reveal trailer. So far, the only game we've seen running live on the Switch is Breath of the Wild. So, if it wasn't a launch title, then Nintendo has the worst marketing director in the history of all time. A new Mario RPG is coming, but not one that you may have expected. Mario is joining up with Rabbids to make Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Now, very little is known about this game, but we do know it's an RPG and it may get pushed back to September. So I'm guessing it was maybe set for the launch window, but I mean, every game nowadays seems to get delayed anyway, so who knows, right? Also, someone mocked up a totally legit, no way at all fake Nintendo Switch software lineup. A lot of this here is stuff that we already know, like Breath of the Wild, for example, and a lot of it is kind of a no-brainer. I mean, we already know that there's a new Pikmin game coming, we already know Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon are coming, and these titles themselves could be legit. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Nintendo to go with a Switch It or Switched Up moniker. But we do know that the Rabbids Mario RPG is titled completely differently, so I'm pretty sure this list is just some high school project. Remember kids, anyone can make a leak, anyone can fake a screenshot, and anyone with half a brain can mock up a document like this in Word and print it out. Now, the biggest leak, at least in my mind, for the Switch is that it will be region-free. Region-free is something that speaks to me in particular, and I'm sure to our good friend Conrad over here on the Commonwealth Realm. Nintendo used to be region-free actually with the Game Boy and the DS series, and it wasn't until the 3DS that they decided to segregate the world into little pockets that could never interact with each other. You see, having a region-free console is actually a very big deal to those who need it. I'm sure most people who play games in the world don't really think twice about it, but when it's there for those of us who do use it, it is a very big deal. Regarding region locking, the late Satoru Iwata said this back in 2013. There are many different regions around the world, and each region has its own cultural acceptance and legal restrictions, as well as different age ratings. There are always things that we're required to do in each different region, which may go counter to the idea that players around the world want the freedom to play whatever they want. The only problem with this statement, however, is that both Microsoft and Sony, as well as every PC since forever, are all region-free. And the fact that Nintendo used to be region-free kinda goes against this whole statement anyway. But regardless, it seems Nintendo is changing their ways and going region-free on the Switch, and I, for one, couldn't be happier. Anyone who travels anywhere now can pick up local games and play them. Even if they don't really understand the language so much, the fact that they can actually play the games makes a big difference. Some games don't really need language skills anyway, and now fans of those games and those series can pick them up and play them instead of waiting for 6 months or a year for a local release. Anyone from Europe knows this struggle very well. Those of you in the US may not be aware, but most games in Europe, especially text-heavy games like RPGs, usually have huge delays when being localized. For example, Fire Emblem Fates released in Japan in June of 2015, in North America in February of 2016, and in Europe in May of 2016. So Europeans couldn't even play the game for 3 months, even though it was already available in English. Having a region-unlocked system does away with all these problems. If someone wants to wait for their own language, they certainly can. If someone wants to play the game in English or heck, even Japanese, they can totally do that. It's all about choice and options. Also, in this digital age, online flash sales are very common. Just look at like PSN for example. Every month a whole slew of games goes up for sale for like 80% sometimes in the US and EU stores. For someone like me living in Japan, this is especially great because I can play all those little indie games that only cost like $2 or $3 whatever that never come to Japan. I would have no other possible way of playing these games and giving the developers my money if the PlayStation 3 and 4 were region locked. Region-free gaming is good for the gamer and good for the developer as well. With a region-free console, your potential audience grows exponentially. Another reason why region-free is something you should be excited about is because even today in 2017, censorship is still alive and well. Play the same game between Japan, North America, South America, Europe, and even different countries within Europe, and you'll probably have a different experience. For example, the Japanese version of Fallout 3 completely removes any and all side quests related to the atomic bomb in Megaton. A large chunk of the game just gone like that. So for the Switch going region-free, this is nothing but good news for gamers and developers alike. Now, anyone can buy and play any game they want, regardless of language, region, locale, or whatever. Between what we do know and what we're hearing from the leaks and rumors, Nintendo definitely appears to be heading in the right direction. It seems they're becoming more consumer-friendly, more transparent, and just a better company overall. Of course, you must always remember that until Nintendo announces these things themselves, until we hear it from the mouth of Kimishima or Reggie or whoever's doing the presentation, they have every possibility of being fake and false. Still, it makes us all very excited for the Switch conference on January 12th. As I'm sure you are more than aware, the Nintendo Switch conference event is mere days away. January 12th will be the conference, and January 14th and 15th will be the public live demo event. I, Alex, will be attending the live demo event in person and detailing every little thing I can. So while everyone else and every other YouTube channel is going to be pouring over the details of the conference itself, which of course we will as well, you do not want to miss what we have in store for all of you. I will be there in person, demoing the device, giving my impressions, showcasing the event space, and more. So, be sure to subscribe to the Commonwealth Realm and do not forget to turn on notifications so you can be among the first to get the real inside scoop into the future of Nintendo and gaming as a whole.